Did you know that on average, a kid's sports team will spend up to $3,000 on participation trophies in a single season? Over the last few years, there has been a huge fuss on whether or not every single kid on a sports team should receive a trophy at the end of the season or not. When looking at all the debate online, 79% of people favor that kids should not receive a trophy for being on the team, and 21% think that they should receive a participation trophy. I am, though, on the side that thinks kids should not receive a participation trophy. I think that by giving every single kid a trophy, it is ruining those kids' way of thinking. By giving out these participation trophies to everyone on the team, it is a poor use of funds, it is losing the true meaning of what trophies are actually for, and it is giving kids a warped view at the real world. Let's begin by talking about it being a poor use of funds. When you, as a parent, sign your kid up for a sports team, you are paying a registration fee in hopes of that money going to good use for the team, not for that money to go towards pointless trophies for your kids. This money could be put to so much better use than that. It could be going to those families in need that cannot afford the registration fee but are wanting their kids to play. If I were a parent, that is one place that I would want my registration money going to. Another important thing that this money could be going to, rather than buying participation trophies, is towards better education for the coaches. By educating the coaches, this could help them to become better teachers, role models, and mentors for your kids. By putting the team's money to this use, it will have a lasting impact on the whole team, even after the season is over. Now let's look at my next point on the true meaning of trophies. Over the years, the purpose of a trophy has drastically changed. If you look up the word trophy in the dictionary, it states that it is a cup or other decorative object awarded as a prize for a victory or a success. This is not what those kids are doing. They are just getting a trophy for being on the team, not for a victory or a success. We need to show our kids that you get a trophy for winning, and if they get a trophy when they have not won, it just takes away the feeling of winning, and everyone knows how good that feels. One other thing about these participation trophies is that some kids now are only wanting to play sports so that they get that trophy in the end. This is a whole other problem in itself. Just because a kid's parent fills out a registration form should not mean that their kid gets a trophy at the end of the season. These trophies are just going to end up collecting dust on a shelf somewhere. We need to push our kids to work hard for that trophy and push them to accomplish something, like the most improved or most goals in the season. Now let's move on to my last point. Looking at the most important reason as to why kids should not receive participation trophies is that it is giving kids a false view at the real world. You may not realize it, but the things that parents teach their kids, even at a very young age, stay instilled in their brain when they get older. I would not want my kid to find out in their teens and 20s that not everyone is going to give them a trophy. Also, whether we like to think of it or not, everyone is going to fail at some point in their life, whether it be big or small. There have also been studies done that kids who receive more participation trophies show more narcissistic traits when they are older. These kids also expect to be rewarded for things that do not deserve being awarded for in the future. We need to show our kids that not everyone is going to get a trophy and that you have to earn it. If you look at it in a classroom type setting example, a student is not going to receive an A for just sitting in class. They actually have to work hard for that A and earn it. By giving out participation trophies, we are just showing those kids that everyone is going to get a trophy no matter what, whether they earned it or not. We are also putting that money to something that is not needed and pointless. And lastly, we are just giving those kids a warped view at the real world when they need to know what it is all about so they will not be in shock when they grow up. Now let's stop giving out these pointless participation trophies and start teaching our kids how to actually earn a trophy. Does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
If I pay this huge registration fee, why shouldn't my kid get a trophy?
Well, the registration fee is going towards things that are beneficial to the whole team, not just a trophy for showing up.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Do you think that they should not receive any awards or just the participation awards?
I think that they should receive the awards that they have earned, like most improved or the most goals or the most valuable player. Anybody else?
I got one.
Yes, sir.
What other negative things could come from giving every kid a trophy?
Well, there have been recent studies done that say that the kids will become self-obsessed or irresponsible and unmotivated to do anything because they think that they're going to get a trophy either way.
I understand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good job, Ashley.